Welcome to NSR Talks, and today we're going to be discussing why you shouldn't date in general. Now, what is dating? I feel like dating is for entertainment. People want to say, oh, look at my girl, look at my man. Oh, we went to this restaurant. He took me here. We did this, we did that, but people don't really understand, dating is a business for society. They want you to go out and try to impress these women, especially dudes who are not established. They want you to take her to Red Lobster, whatever restaurant. They want you to try to impress and act like you got resources that you don't really have. So you want to take her to the finest restaurant just to flex and show her that, yeah, I got it like that, shorty. Yeah, you can have whatever you like T.I. But dudes are not even vetting these women. I feel like instead of dating, you should be vetting. You should be trying to figure out, who is this woman? Is this woman good for me? Is this woman crazy? Is this woman willing to be on my program and willing to add value to my life? Because as a man, you're a king. You're royalty. If you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, you're royalty. Even if you don't, you're royalty. So you should not be bringing anybody into your life. And I feel like your life is your kingdom. So you shouldn't be bringing anybody into your kingdom that's going to destroy your kingdom or knock you off of the path of destroying your kingdom. And you shouldn't even really be involved with women in general if you haven't built your kingdom or if you're still in the process of building your kingdom. But when it comes to dating, I feel like you shouldn't date. You should vet. You should figure out who this woman is. Who is she without who is she without the illusion? Because a lot of people, when you meet them, they're not going to show you who they really are right off the bat. And that's just how we all are. Nobody's going to show their true colors right away. You have to really take your time and spend some time with the person and see who they really are over time. But a lot of dudes, they're thinking with lust, they're thinking with their little head, so they want to move things forward as quick as possible so that they can get straight to the cat. And I feel like that's the biggest problem when it comes to dating. People are not dating to vet the person. They're dating to get something. They're expecting something. And we all know what that is. And I feel like once you start going into that mindset, thinking with your little head, that's when everything's going to be misconstrued. That's when things are going to get crazy, because now you're giving this other person the opportunity to, really wreck what you got going on. Because if you want something, if you're wanting for something, now this person has the power to control you through that desire. Because since you desire, now that's going to add fuel to your suffering. Because I feel like the root of suffering really is desire. Because when you want something and you can't have it, or you feel like you don't have it, you're going to suffer because you want it. But if you can let go of the want and be complete and whole within yourself, you're not going to really be easy to control. Nobody's going to be able to control you because you're whole by yourself, And when it comes to dating, I feel like you shouldn't want for nothing. You should just be vetting this person. You should just be seeing, okay, is this person an asset to my life or not? And if they're not, if you find out a woman is crazy, if you find out she's a gold digger, if you find out she's using you or trying to get something out of you without adding value, I feel like you should have the strength to walk away from anybody. You should have the strength to walk away and, continue vetting other people who may potentially be a good fit for your kingdom. don't give up your time and attention to just anybody. You know, you should be thinking, can this person bring me value beyond the physical? This has been NSR Talks. Thank you guys for coming through.